Alright, looks like we're on. We pick up where we left off. I'm not really sure exactly where we left off because I don't know what the hell is going on in this damn game. Left off.
Final Fantasy 13-2. The story so far.
Kupo! We have to figure out the labyrinth.
You'll be sure to arrive in the future you want. This must be the eclipse.
You know what this is?
You know, I'm supposed to be here in Yashka's Massive.
Human society continues to develop. Machines once
like
run by
crazy.
the Fal'Cie are now powered by human technology. Driving the progress is the Academy, which has grown to take a leading role in affairs of state. Under its young leader, the Academy is working to solve the paradoxes that warp the surrounding space-time. At the heart of the distortions is the Yasha's Massif, its skies darkened by a perpetual eclipse.
You understand why I wanted to show you the Oracle Drive?
I think I do. You've been looking for lightning too all this time.
Yes. It's not much of a clue, but I thought you should see it all the same. And I wanted you to see how far we've come. Hope, have you ever heard of Valhalla? I've seen the name in the Padron texts we recovered. A forgotten region, I think.
Was there anything more? That's the place where Noel met lightning.
I'm sorry. We've only been able to decode fragments. The only other thing we found is a reference to some invisible or unseen realm.
Keep this to yourself, but we're working on a method that will let us travel into the future.
Can't you just use the gates?
A method that doesn't require any special abilities like you guys have. In a powerful gravitational field, the flow of time slows down. You could go to sleep for a day, and outside 100 years would pass. It should be possible to build a device to exploit that effect.
If you pull it off, maybe we'll meet in another era.
They found traces of what looks like a large-scale battle in these ruins. They uncovered piles of bones that were all scratched up.
People in the past had to live through some tough times.
That's right. And it also looks like they were fighting their own kind, not outsiders who had come to raid their town.
The Academy's troops are made up mainly of former Sanctum soldiers. My commanding officer even fought in Cocoon's capital city.
Hi.
I'm collecting parts for my computer terminal. If you've got any, I'd be happy to buy them from you. What I really want to get my hands on is the battery used for one of the older models, like the kind they used on Cocoon. It wasn't a very popular model, so the parts are scarce. I saw it in a store window once. I got excited and ran in, but it turned out that the item had already been bought.
Yes?
Really? You'll help me try and find the battery? It might be an impossible task. I already called every store, but if you say you can get your hands on it, I'll believe you. You want to know what I'll be using it for? I'm a collector. I want to get my hands on all the retro electronics I can. I'm looking to obtain the battery. It's been 10...
Everyone seems so restless.
Will this help?
If I could go back in time, I'd go back 10 years ago and try to stop Cocoon from falling out of the sky. Although, I guess that would mean we would be under the Foul Seas rule again.
So you're the ones who defeated Atlas. I can earn extra doing dangerous missions.
Gideon.
There's a feathered, a fine feathered female on her. Another guy fought before I ended the game last. One, but he stomped the hell out of him.
You're friends of the director, right?
Used
Don't let
up,
me
like,
get in the way of your investigation.
20 potions, several Phoenix. He used every potion I had. Accidentally used a lever skill.
Make sure to watch your step when you're walking along the cliffs. It's a little embarrassing, but this one time, I accidentally slipped and almost went over the edge. At that moment, I was sure I was gonna die. Fortunately, help came right away, so the only casualty was my wristwatch. It's now lying at the bottom of the valley. It scares me to think that could have been me. I still miss that watch. It was an expensive one that had to be modified to withstand all the wear and tear of the outdoors. What a waste. You'll look for my watch? Are you sure? Believe me, I've tried, but have had zero luck. With the eclipse keeping everything in the dark, it's almost impossible to see anything around here. I doubt it's the best time to go searching.
Over there, Mom.
The people who work for the Academy aren't perfect. I know they've made quite a few.
I'm thinking of getting a white cat.
The Academy is becoming more and more intuitive.
paradox gets resolved, then what will happen to us? The ones researching this intriguing phenomenon? No one can give me a clear answer.
If the paradox disappears without a trace, the investigation is over, and it would be like none of it ever happened.
So that means the research I'm doing right now may be completely useless. I certainly hope that's not the case. But even if it is, I hope you don't forget about us and your time spent here.
I miss Cocoon's night sky. How long will that pill... be able to support Cocoon? I wonder what's going to happen to Cocoon. I want to live as close to Cocoon as possible. I miss Cocoon's night sky.
You traveled here from 5 years ago?
I wonder what the residents of this ancient city thought of Cocoon and the people living there.
The group that stayed on Cocoon. If things escalate,
I moved to Pulse when I was just a kid.